Hello dear students, welcome to our channel Mechanical Engineering Made Simple. So after the completion of crystal structure and imperfections, so let us go to the chapter, next chapter, very important chapter from all your examination points of view, maybe academic or your competitive examinations point of view. The next chapter is the phase diagrams. So let us first of all see what is a phase, what is system. The system refers to any portion of objective space within specified boundaries subject to specified variables. So, anything which is having some boundaries and subject to specified variables. These variables may be pressure, volume, temperature, etc. So, any such thing is known as the system. Next, an alloy system is a combination of two or more elements forming alloys which are considered within a specified range of temperature, pressure and concentration. So, an alloy is basically a combination of two or more elements. For example, copper zinc alloys, that is called your brass, and copper tin, bronze, etc. So, if it is having any two elements, okay, combination of two elements is known as an alloy, and we will see more further about the alloys in the next chapters. So, let us go to the what is a phase. Phase is before going for phase diagrams, let us see what is a phase. Any homogeneous physically distinct and mechanically separable. So, these two words are very important. Physically distinct and mechanically separable portion of a system is known as a phase. Okay. Next, and if two liquids are miscible means they are able to be mixed, okay, thoroughly. Miscible, that is alcohol and water, they will form one liquid phase. If both the liquids are completely miscible, they are going to form only one liquid phase only. If the two solid solutions of different compositions may exist together and form two phases. If there are two solid solutions of two different compositions, they form what is known as solid solution, forms of two phases, right? So, phase rule, what is this phase rule? So, this is very important. Phase rule is given by F is equal to C minus P plus 2. So, the number of degrees of freedom is F, C is the number of components, P is the number of phases, and 2 is a constant. So, the relationship between the degrees of freedom, components, phases and is given by F is equal to C minus P plus 2. So, in most of the examination this question is asked. So, please try to remember this formula. So, F is equal to C minus P plus 2. Next, phase transformation. What is phase transformation? Phase transformation is nothing but it is the conversion of a material from one phase to another phase either by heating or cooling. So, for example, you are heating a solid, it will first initially get converted into liquid, and then if you are heating it further, it will get converted into vapor. Yes or no? Or conversely, if you are cooling a vapor, it will convert into liquid, and if you are cooling liquid, if it will be converting into solid. So, heating and cooling are the two important terms. So, conversion of a material from one phase to another phase either by cooling or heating process is known as a phase transformation. Now, phase diagram. What is phase diagram? The diagram which represents phase transformation of a material is known as the phase diagram. Next, so how many types of phase diagrams are there? Let us see. So, phase diagrams are the charts which show the relationship between the composition, temperature and structure. So, what are the important three terms here? The composition, okay, next temperature and structure. So, these three are the very important words, composition, temperature and structure, right? Alloy series. Now, a temperature composition diagram which indicates the structural changes that take place during heating and cooling of an alloy series is known as phase diagram. So, any temperature composition diagram. So, on the y-axis you are going to take temperature, on the x-axis you are going to take composition of the alloy. For example, when you go for iron carbide or iron carbon diagram, so you are taking iron and carbon percentage on the x-axis and temperature on the y-axis. We will come to that shortly. So, a temperature composition diagram which indicates the structural changes that take place during heating and cooling of an alloy series is known as the phase diagram. So when you are heating and cooling, what are the different phase transformations that are taking place? If any diagram is going to tell about that, that particular diagram is known as the phase diagram. Okay, so now it is also known by the names equilibrium diagram and constitutional diagram. So remember these two terms also, equilibrium diagram and also constitutional diagram, which are synonyms with the phase diagram. Now types of phase diagram. So what are the different types of phase diagram? So there are basically two types of phase diagrams. One is the temperature versus composition phase diagram, that is equilibrium condition of phase diagram, and another one is the temperature versus time phase diagram. So temperature is common here, but composition and time. So if composition is shown on the x-axis, it belongs to first category. If the time is shown on the x-axis, it is shown as it is categorized under the second type, temperature versus time phase diagram. Okay, this is also called as non-equilibrium. This is non-equilibrium condition of the phase diagram. So for example, here a phase diagram is shown for the water. So on the x and the y-axis temperature is shown, and on the x-axis time is shown. So here S means solid, S plus L means solid and liquid, L means liquid, L plus G means liquid plus gas, and G means gas. Okay, so as you go on heating, first solid will get heated, and after taking the latent heat of melting, it is going to get converted into liquid, and again the liquid is heated and it is going to absorb latent heat of evaporation, and it will be getting converted into the gas. So you can easily see that, okay, melting and evaporation or vaporization are the constant temperature process. So the temperature at which the solid turns into a liquid is known as the melting point, and the temperature at which the liquid turns into gas or converts into gas is known as the boiling point. So this is the significance of phase diagram of the water. So here all the phase transformations are reversible, means if you start heating, the same phases will be observed, and if you start cooling also, the same phases will be observed. What is a reversible process in thermodynamics? That means any process taking place reversibly. For example, you are going from state 1 to 2 and also from state 2 to 1 without changing the surroundings. That process is known as a reversible process in thermodynamics. Similarly, here also reversible means there should be no change in the other things. So all phase transformations are reversible. A phase diagram indicates at what temperature the material is available in which physical state. So it is the main information that is going to be given by the phase diagram is that at what temperature the material is available in which physical state. Is it in liquid phase or solid phase or gaseous phase? So in all your phase diagrams, so which we are going to come across, only two phases are there, that is solid and liquid. So no gas phase except for the temperature, except for the water phase diagram. But all other, for example, many phase diagrams we are going to see in future. So for example, for something like iron carbide diagram, this will be, there will be only two phases, solid and liquid. Okay, boys. So in case of a pure metal, the phase transition temperature is a point of temperature called as critical temperature. So this temperature known as the critical temperature. So now in case of an alloy, so here the main difference between the alloy and pure metal is just discussed here. In case of an alloy, the phase transition temperature is a range of temperature between T1 and T2. That means there are two temperatures in case of an alloy, right? Now what are these two temperatures? Let us see. The temperature above which it changes the phase is known as the upper critical temperature, and the temperature below which it remains in the same phase is known as the lower critical temperature. So below the lower critical temperature, it is going to remain in the same phase, for example solid or liquid. But whereas above the upper critical temperature, the phase is going to be changed. That means the temperature above which it changes the phase, for example solid to liquid, okay, liquid phase you are able to see, then the temperature at which you are able to see the conversion is known as the upper critical temperature, and the temperature, lower temperature, which below which the particular okay, metal remains in the same phase, or alloy remains in the same phase, is known as the lower critical temperature. So between T1 and T2, that means upper critical temperature and lower critical temperature, it will be in the mixed phase, that is solid plus liquid, for example. Okay, this we will see in more detail in the next video, but here we stop. Okay boys, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe my channel, like, share, comment, and share among your friends. So we will be discussing many phase diagrams. The basic phase diagram is the equilibrium diagram, is that of the what is known as the iron carbide diagram or iron carbide diagram. Okay, this is very important. That means steel. So it is going to give the steel, right? So this we will see in more detail. Okay, so once again my request that please don't pause the video and press the bell icon for the updated videos on my channel. Okay, so we'll be discussing many subjects. First initially we have taken engineering materials, and then we will go for the further subjects. Okay guys, wish you all the best. Let us meet in the next video immediately.